Hello, YouTube. Travis here, and welcome back to another episode of Factorio Space Age. We are on episode 8, and in the last episode, we are now pumping black gold from the ground. So we cleared out the nest out here, staked our claim on this oil field out here, and then set up some oil processing to make plastic and sulfur. Two components of and it hasn't been a whole lot since the last episode. I finally fixed this pump jet that I forgot to hook up. I added some radar coverage so we can remote view the base a little bit better. Added some automation for engine units, which we'll need for for crafting blue science. Some fuel fluid tanks for what we're planning on doing today. And oh yeah, I have a car. The car is a way of zooming, going really fast. It is a bit finicky to drive, and does take damage, and this includes buildings. It's worth noting the car's it has a inventory space and is influenced by belts. I know one of the first Factorio YouTubers that I watch, Catherine of Sky. She had a fancy thing that basically used cars to load science into the trunk of the car and then bring it to the labs. Which I think is pretty cool. I'm not gonna be doing something quite like that, but I think that's just cool. Rule of cool reigns supreme. So yeah, we're chugging our way through, and our end goal, of course, is being construction robots, as well as the Roboport, if we can find it. I knew I was about to forget something here. So, as a refresher, chemical blue science, or as it's called, chemical science, crafts in pairs, and each craft needs one sulfur, 3 red circuits or advanced circuits, and 2 engine units. We have the sulfur here, and as you see, we're already to the max on thing. And we're gonna clear out some space. So we're going to ow. Yeah. We're gonna be using some of this space over here for creating some stuff with creating some things. Sirs, we're going to get a green. Fortunately, we're not making too many green circuits. But if you might notice, and this is something that I didn't catch on immediately, red circuits don't have quite the same cable and copper ratio as green circuits do. With green circuits, it's 3 for 2, but with red, it's more 2 to 1. There, until we get into deeper into the run. I really need to. I kind of a splitters are a bit of a pain in the butt to automate, so I kind of forego doing anything with them until Alright, and now we're all caught up on research. Because we now need a blue science to and the first thing, conveniently, is advanced oil pressing. I talked a little bit of everything about how the refineries work, how there's 3 inputs, but we're only using 1, and that's because we're currently stuck with the sucky basic oil processing. That will quickly change as we build up more engine units. I'm wondering if I could squeeze something in here. Have some automated assembler. Should have done this a long time ago, but better late than never. Alright. So what we're doing is we're working on getting red circuits going. And you might be wondering why all these fluid restrictions. Another addition to being faster than assembler ones and having module slots. Uh, they also can, if I select a recipe that needs a fluid, such as concrete, it'll have a fluid input. And we will need to put the concrete together because concrete is it's something that you kind of don't realize you need until you actually need it, and then you go, uh-oh. This will probably consume a lot of our green circuits, but alright, we don't need to use all these undergrounds. They're too expensive, even though we have 160 of them. It's definitely a possibility for me to be able to craft a fast underground belts or a red undergrounds. But we're still planning on just stockpiling those for the foreseeable future. Oh, it probably helps if we actually have a way of outputting onto a belt. And that's red circuits. How's our engines going in? We need some lights up here. Since we have a power armor unlocked, there's definitely a possibility to forego thing, but we are not quite there yet. Though we can certainly cue night vision. Night vision and personal batteries. Because in order to power our RoboPort, we need portable solar panels, which we already needed as a prerequisite for construction robots. I don't know why I crafted a steel chest when we don't need all that much. Alright, we're almost to Alright. Another thing that we can certainly grab, unless we... Oh, we need, where we can't get to, oh yes, processing units. What fun. How's our thing? We're, slowly building up a supply of, of, we're gonna go down and, steal from the steel stack again. Okay, we need to make gears. Yahoo. Base power's doing alright. Yeah. Once we get roboports, well, not just roboports, construction robots. All this, we're going to be doing a lot of remodeling and start thinking about base defense. At least in some of along some sides. Yeah. And I'll probably if you're waiting on the train video, probably not many of you. I know our series hasn't been tracking anything, but I'm kind of just doing this as for the love of the game rather than coming the next Mr. Beast or whatever. Let's see. Probably don't need to use fast inserters here, but why not? Why not, I say. We don't have all of the stuff for me, but at the very least, I want to get to starting of oil cracking. I just love all the different sounds that make when you're picking up in. All right. Hand feeding commence. As you might see, red circuits are much slower than green circuits. But that is something that is largely by design. Now I understand why we largely gave up hand feeding. This is not exactly the pinnacle thing, especially since they craft very slow. Oh, we're halfway there. Oh, let's set up advanced oil processing while we wait for for the science to proc. Oh, we're halfway there. I am not a good singer. So we're gonna have to, again, we alright. And we're gonna have to hand beat some more. Yeah. Cause so we're gonna. I sincerely hope I didn't underestimate Alright. Almost done with advanced oil processing, and then we can Uh, it's fortunate that a lot of our war patches are gonna be are getting cut off. I think, like there's a potential that there could be some oil that could have been out there, but there we go. We have advanced oil processing. Of this, we can now. All right. So now we have advanced oil processing. Crap. This is where so now we have petroleum gas, light oil, and heavy oil. What do we do with all this? You may ask. Good question. And the first thing we want to do is make some lubricant. Lubricant is a pretty we don't need it right away, but if unless we need bots, because electric engines require lube, and flying robot flames require electric engines and batteries. They are a bit of a pain to craft, but believe me, the pain will be worth it. If we can get light oil. Think of it, you get a lot of light oil, and the thing about oil processing is that you, advanced oil processing is that while you get a lot more stuff, you kind of have to balance it out because otherwise you keep getting blockages. And I'll get but since we're almost done with this episode, I'm just gonna skip it for now because so yeah. So we're gonna create some fluid tanks. So all right, for starters, I'm going to not talk about, but basically light oil we get a lot of. So and because you get a slight damage boost for using light oil and flamethrowers, we're probably going to be running a line of light oil around the base for flamethrower our flamethrower defenses. And for heavy oil, we're going to be both. I can just craft a. Basically, there's kind of three different things we want to be. We want to be. So we have this thing called cracking, which basically if you add water to light oil to heavy oil, you can get just light oil. We lose some of the heavy oil, but that's worth the effort because heavy oil is kind of a thing. And then we can also crack the light oil down into in the same method, crack the light oil down to petroleum gas with the same slight loss. But again, it it ends up being a net benefit because with basic thing, we basically have with basic oil processing, we get a lot less. Like about okay. So basically, we wanted petroleum gas, lubricant, and we also want a solid fuel because solid fuel is a ingredient that both is a lot more energy efficient than coal. So turning your coal into solid fuel and then burning that will give you a lot more bang for your buck. In fact, you don't even need coal for unless you're running a tech called coal liquefaction. Oh, that which this recipe is a pretty cool, and I can when we get to it, this is basically we add water to basically get add water and coal to basically get infinite heavy oil, which we can crack down into our light and oil and petroleum gas. Which and because we get so much heavy oil from putting a little bit of oil in, it's basically infinite oil. It, it it's a pretty strong recipe, which is why it's locked behind Vulcanus. You might be what you Vulcanus is going to be a high priority planet to head to. Let's just say that. I'm going to finish up this episode in just a moment, but before I do that, I'm just going to quick so yeah. Do I recommend doing what I'm doing and Handcrafting blue? No. More often than not, a lazy chemical science build is going to be a lot faster. But believe me, I want robots. And when you understand the power you can do with even like a few robots, you will want to have robots as soon as possible. Believe me, all my friends are like, how do you play with out robots? And I have no idea in the past, but uh, now my answer is I don't want to. So and there's that. Um, Thank you for watching. As you can see, we now have advanced oil processing, which gives us a lot more oil for a buck. Next time, we'll probably go through the thing, throw together a bootleg robot assembly as we prepare to completely dismantle parts of the base in favor of building a new one. Um, Thank you for watching. If you like if you found this informative and enjoyable, leave a like. Any questions or concerns, leave a comment. And if you want to see more Factorio Space Age content, hit that subscribe button. This is Travis, and I will see you next time.